Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. I had a guy call me the other day, actually sent an email and said, how do I change the vent window in my MGB door? Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take one of my customers' doors apart to show you, but I'm going to show you how to do it, and you're going to have to use your imagination to figure out where all the little nuts and bolts are that I'm talking about. So anyway, we got a whole shop full of cars here right now. This is Jackie Willman's car from Pentwater. We're putting an interior in that, and this is Fred Macraz's MGA, and we're getting the wiper motor sorted out on that. Mark Cole's MGB, and we're doing I don't know, trying to get it running. And here we got a TD for sale. If you're looking for a TD, this one's a runner. Anyway, we're doing an oil and filter on that. Here we've got one. This one had an interesting problem. This one, the master cylinder failed. And because the master cylinder failed, fluid was drawn from the master cylinder into the servo, and from the servo into the inlet. So the customer called me and said, geez, I don't have any brakes, my master cylinder is empty, and I've got pure white cloud-like smoke coming out of the exhaust. I said, textbook case, bad master cylinder, in that the vacuum in the servo is pulling the fluid from the master cylinder, is pulling it into the intake, and brake fluid has a very, just absolutely bright white look to it. It's not oily or blackish or anything. It's real particular. Anyway, let's take a look at this. The question is, how do you change the vent window? The vent handle is pretty easy. The vent handle, I don't know if you can come in and take a look at the vent handle from on top here. See this little pin here? That little pin, that is to change the vent window handle, you have to get a long punch and drive that pin out. Then the handle comes out and you can switch the handle. But if you want to switch the glass, or on the outside, if you want to switch the hinge up here, sometimes it's necessary to take the whole vent window out. So how do you do that? Well, the waist rail comes off first, 2 screws on either end of the waist rail. Then the slides have to come off around the door opener, and then there are screws on the underside of the door handle here and a screw here. Those come off, and then on most cars the interior panels just pop off. Here someone's actually put screws in. That's not common, nor is the speaker. Anyway, once we get the whole panel off on the inside, then the inside of this vent window becomes obvious to us. And down at the bottom, down here, there is a nut and bolt with an L bracket. You take that apart. Then up here on the door, see these two clips here. I'm sure we can't see underneath these, and besides I'm gonna ruin my fingernails pop them out. But through here, you can reach with a 7/16 wrench. You can reach the very tall-headed bolts in there. So those guys come out. These guys come out. The one at the bottom comes out, and now this whole assembly wiggles and wiggles and jiggles, and you can pull the whole thing out of the door. Okay. Then once that's done, you'll find that on the underside of the vent window, right here, on the pivot, is a very strong spring with a 1/4-inch nylock nut. And if you're careful and you heat that up a little bit or use some penetrant, you can unscrew that nut, and then the whole works comes out. So it's as simple as that. I say it's as simple as that. I didn't even do it. I just talked about it. So anyway, this is the action. I want to make sure that everybody knows the big MG meet in Reno. I want to also let everybody know that I'll be in Altoona, Pennsylvania the weekend after Labor Day, way at the end of the summer. And next year in Alexandria, Virginia, I'll be there with the Chesapeake Valley chapter of the New England MGT Register, I think to do a simultaneous tune-up. Remember the days of Bobby Fischer, simultaneously playing 20 games of chess? I think we're going to tune up 10 or 15 T-types all at the same time. A simultaneous tune. That should be a lot of fun. Well, until later, you know, I'm here at the end of my telephone, and I also am able to answer some technical questions by email, but if you got to have an answer, call me 1 to 2, Monday through Friday, because I just can't answer all the emails. At least I've never been able to yet. I don't think things will change in the next month. Till later.